Got something coming into me on the news is that Joe Biden has now tapped Susan Rice as his domestic policy advisor. That is some news that is just coming into our newsroom. I'm going to dig more into this in just a second, but first, you react to that as I get the news.
It looks like Joe Biden's really trying to put together a lot of the old Barack Obama team, and there's been a whole idea that this culture war and that the domestic policies of the Barack Obama administration and the Biden administration would be very different, that things would be calmer now, that things would go back to some kind of normal, some kind of moderate. Barack Obama ran a rather liberal organization, extremely liberal administration over the United States for 8 years. Joe Biden signaling he's bringing on a lot of the exact same talent that he had, and that's a sign for conservatives and moderates in the Democratic Party that they might not be part of this party.
Okay, so President-elect Joe Biden naming Susan Rice as director of the White House Domestic Policy Council. That gives her obviously broad sway over his administration's approach to immigration. As we learn more on that, healthcare, racial inequality, elevating the prominence of the position in the West Wing. Dennis McDonough, we're also learning, has been nominated, I should say. He was Obama's White House chief of staff as Secretary of the Department of Veterans Affairs. So this is just coming into us. And meanwhile, I want to transition also to the Eric Swalwell story. And you're noting the double standard on how both of those stories, Hunter Biden and Eric Swalwell, have been treated. Matt Gaetz on that earlier with his take on the difference, Republicans versus Democrats, and the treatment. Listen.
If I was dating a waitress at a Chinese restaurant, they would be burning a hole through my front door with the mainstream media's, lights and cameras. When Democrats are targeted by foreign intelligence, they get a defensive briefing. When Republicans are targeted, they get impeachments, investigations, and threats of jail time. So it really is a double standard.
This news is a big deal, obviously, being treated a bit differently, obviously being pointed out by many Republicans. But we've had Republicans on this program throughout the morning, Chris, who have suggested he should not be sitting on that Intelligence Committee as we learn more details of this.
Oh, a great vision into the double standards was one of the other networks had him on for an interview. They didn't ask him once about the allegations of an affair or whether or not at least he denied it. The anchor who was interviewing him actually happened to work for the Barack Obama administration for the ambassador to China. None of that was ever disclosed during the interview. That's the kind of double standard and protection that you're going to have to deal with going forward on this. But if you're actually potentially compromised, and it looks like Swalwell certainly potentially was, then that's a reason to step down from any kind of intelligence committee that you might be sitting on.
Okay, we're going to learn a lot more as the day goes on, Chris. Thank you.